Welcome to Blacklight History, your daily dose of births, deaths, and events in African American history. I'm your host, Adrian. It's July 25th. I'm glad you're here. Let's get into it. We begin in 1903 to a somber chapter in American history, the lynching of Jenny Steers in Louisiana. A 26-year-old widowed mother of two, Steers was accused of poisoning 16-year-old Elizabeth Dolan with strychnine. Dolan was the daughter of James Dolan, a powerful plantation owner. Shortly thereafter, and with no evidence, Steers was accused of murder and a mob formed to find her. She was found hiding in a hayloft where she was drugged down and hung. Her body was then riddled with bullets. A public smear campaign was launched through the press to justify her lynching. No one was ever brought to justice for her murder. On the very same day that Jenny Steers was lynched in Louisiana, the town of Danville, Illinois became the scene of a tragic race riot stemming from the lynching of J.D. Mayfield. A black man named James Wilson had been arrested for assaulting a white woman. A mob of around 600 white residents formed, intending to storm the county jail in Danville to lynch Wilson. En route, they encountered another black man, identified by various sources as J.D. Mayfield. In the ensuing altercation, Mayfield shot and killed Henry Gatterman, a member of the mob. Police intercepted Mayfield and took him to the police station, but the mob, which had grown to around 1,000, broke through the barricades. Mayfield was captured, taken to the spot where the altercation occurred, and lynched by hanging on a telephone pole. After his death, the mob took his body to the Danville Public Square, where they burned it, shot at it, and hacked it into pieces. The mob then attempted to batter down the jail doors to get to Wilson, but the sheriff and deputies opened fire, wounding several rioters. The mob eventually dispersed overnight after the Illinois National Guard was deployed. While Danville Mayor John Beard initially declined to press charges, 12 members of the mob, including a juvenile and a woman, were put on trial. In September of 1903, 10 men, 1 juvenile, and 1 woman were found guilty and received indeterminate prison terms up to 14 years. Of the 10 men, 7 served 3 years, 2 served 3 years and 9 months, and 1 served 7 years. Today we remember the birth of Woodrow Wilson Woolline Strode, better known as Woody Strode, a truly remarkable American athlete, actor, and author. Strode attended UCLA, where he was a decathlete and football star. He was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. On the gridiron, he, Kenny Washington, and future Baseball Hall of Fame player Jackie Robinson famously made up the 3 of the 4 backfield players on the undefeated 1939 UCLA Bruins football team, known as the Gold Dust Gang. Along with Ray Bartlett, they were 4 black Americans playing for the Bruins at the time, when only a few dozen played on other college teams. Strode was an All-American shot putter for the UCLA track and field team. During World War II, he served in the United States Army Air Corps. After his military service, Strode became one of the first black American players to break the color barrier in the National Football League in the post-war era, playing for the Los Angeles Rams in 1946 and the Calgary Stampeders in the Canadian Football League in 1948 and 49, where he won the Grey Cup in 1948. Strode transitioned to a prolific acting career, appearing in over 100 films and television shows. He was known for his commanding presence and often played powerful, stoic characters. Some of his most notable roles included Draba in Stanley Kubrick's 1960s epic Spartacus, for which he was nominated for a Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actor, Sergeant Rutledge in John Ford's 1960s Western, and his memorable roles in films like The Man Who Shot Liberty Vance in 1962, Once Upon a Time in the West in 1968, and The Professionals in 1966. Strode's legacy is that of a groundbreaking athlete who helped break racial barriers in professional sports, and a versatile actor who left an indelible mark on cinema. He passed away in 1994 at the age of 80. Now we turn to a pivotal, heartbreaking event in American history, the life and death of Emmett Till. Born on this day in 1941, Emmett Lewis Till was a 14-year-old African-American boy from Chicago. In August of 1955, he was visiting relatives in Money, Mississippi, when he reportedly whistled at Carolyn Bryant, a white woman in a grocery store. This alleged interaction ignited a chain of events that would become a catalyst for the civil rights movement. On August 28, 1955, Bryant's husband, Roy Bryant, and his half-brother, J.W. Millam, abducted Till from his great-uncle's home. They brutally beat him, gouged out one of his eyes, and shot him in the head. His body was found 3 days later in the Tallahatchie River, weighted down with a cotton gin fan. Emmett's mother, Mamie Till Mobley, made the courageous and agonizing decision to have an open casket funeral in Chicago, wanting the world to see the brutality inflicted upon her son. Images of Emmett's mutilated body were published in magazines like Jet, shocking the nation and galvanizing support for civil rights. Roy Bryant and J.W. Millam were acquitted by an all-white jury in Mississippi in September of 1955, despite overwhelming evidence. They later admitted to the murder in a Look magazine interview. The injustice of Emmett Till's murder and the subsequent acquittal fueled outrage and became a turning point, inspiring many, including Rosa Parks, to take action. His death became a symbol of the pervasive racial violence and injustice of the era, profoundly impacting the burgeoning civil rights movement and leaving an enduring legacy in American history. The case remains officially open with the Department of Justice unsolved civil rights crimes. Today we remember basketball legend Nate Thurmond. Born on this day in 1941, Thurmond was a dominant center and power forward, playing college basketball at Bowling Green from 1960 to 1963. He led the Mid-American Conference in rebounds during all three of his varsity seasons, averaging an impressive 17 rebounds per game for his college career. He was named a first-team All-American by Sporting News in 1963 and helped lead Bowling Green to the NCAA tournament in his final 2 years. Drafted third overall by the San Francisco Warriors in 1963, Thurmond embarked on a stellar professional career from 1963 to 1977, primarily with the Warriors but also with the Chicago Bulls and Cleveland Cavaliers. He was a 7-time NBA All-Star and earned 5 NBA All-Defensive Team selections. He was also named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team in 1964. Thurmond is perhaps best known for being the first player in NBA history to record a first quadruple-double, achieving this feat on October 18, 1974, with 22 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists, and 12 blocked shots in his debut with the Chicago Bulls. He also holds the NBA regular season record for 18 rebounds in a quarter and is one of only 4 players to grab 40 or more rebounds in a game, with 42 against the Detroit Pistons in 1965. His number 42 jersey is retired by both the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers, and stands as a testament to his impact with both franchises. Nate Thurmond was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 1985 and was named to both the NBA's 50th and 75th anniversary teams, solidifying his place as one of the greatest big men in basketball history. On July 25, 1943, we saw the launch of the USS Harmon, a destroyer escort named after Leonard Roy Harmon. Harmon was an African-American mess attendant first class who displayed extraordinary heroism during the naval battle of Guadalcanal in November 1942 while serving on the heavy cruiser USS San Francisco. He disregarded his own safety to assist the wounded, even placing himself between a shipmate and enemy fire, sacrificing his life. For his valiant actions, he was posthumously awarded the Navy Cross. The USS Harmon was the first American warship named after an African American. It served in the Pacific Theater during World War II and remained in service until 1965. On this day in 1946, the Morris Ford lynching in Walton County, Georgia happened. This brutal act is often referred to as the last mass lynching in America. 4 African American individuals were killed: George W. and May Murray Dorsey, and Dorothy and Roger Malcolm. Dorothy Malcolm was 7 months pregnant at the time. The victims were pulled from a car at the Morris Ford Bridge by a white mob of 15 to 20 men and brutally shot to death. George Dorsey had just been released from jail, where he was held on a charge of stabbing a white man. Roger Malcolm, May Murray Dorsey's brother, had been involved in an altercation that led to his arrest and subsequent release. The exact identities of all the lynchers remain unknown, and despite a federal investigation ordered by President Harry Truman and a significant reward offered for information, no one was ever convicted by a grand jury, and the perpetrators were never held accountable. The Morris Ford lynching drew national outrage and highlighted the continued racial terror in the American South, spurring further calls for federal action against lynching. The tragic event continues to be remembered through annual memorial marches and ongoing efforts to uncover the truth. Happy 74th birthday to Verdine White, the iconic bassist and founding member of the legendary band Earth, Wind & Fire. White's distinctive bass lines are a cornerstone of Earth, Wind & Fire's signature sound, blending funk, soul, R&B, jazz, and pop. His energetic stage presence and innovative playing have been a driving force behind the band's success for over 5 decades. With Earth, Wind & Fire, Verdine White has earned numerous accolades, including 6 competitive Grammy Awards, a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and 5 American Music Awards. The band was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2000, the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2010, and the Vocal Group Hall of Fame in 2003. In 2019, Earth, Wind & Fire received the Kennedy Center honors. White continues to tour and perform with Earth, Wind & Fire, captivating audiences worldwide with their timeless music. He also works with youth through his Verdine White Performing Arts Center, inspiring the next generation of musicians. Today we remember one of the greatest running backs in NFL history, Walter Payton. Born on this day in 1953, Sweetness, as he was affectionately known, attended Jackson State University and was a standout player, rushing for 3,563 yards and scoring 464 points. He was named the Black College Player of the Year in both 1973 and 74. In May of 2025, Jackson State posthumously awarded him a Golden Diploma, celebrating his legacy. Payton was drafted 4th overall by the Chicago Bears in the 1975 NFL Draft. His professional career, spanning from 1975 to 1987, was nothing short of legendary. He earned the NFL's Most Valuable Player award in 1977, set a single-game rushing record of 275 yards, and was a crucial part of the 1985 Chicago Bears team that dominated the NFL and won Super Bowl 20. At the time of his retirement, he held the NFL's all-time rushing record with 16,726 yards, along with 5 All-Pro honors. Walter Payton was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1993, the College Football Hall of Fame in 1996, and the Black College Football Hall of Fame in 2010. His legacy extends far beyond his on-field achievements. He was known for his incredible work ethic, leadership, and philanthropy. After his passing, the NFL's Man of the Year award was renamed Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, recognizing players for their outstanding community service and excellence on the field. Walter Payton passed away on November 1, 1999, at the age of 46 due to bile duct cancer. His impact on the game and his dedication to helping others continues to inspire generations. Happy 70th birthday to the trailblazing ballet dancer Deborah Austin. Austin grew up in the Bronx and began her dance training at age 9. At 12, she received a full Ford Foundation scholarship to study at the prestigious School of the American Ballet. Just 4 years later, in 1971, the legendary George Balanchine invited her to join the New York City Ballet, making her the first black female dancer to join the company. During her 9 years with the New York City Ballet, Austin danced many soloist and principal roles in Balanchine's ballets, including Symphony in C, Divertimento No. 15. Balanchine even created a solo for her Ballo della Regina. She was praised by the New York Times for her ability to levitate and remain suspended in air. After New York City Ballet, she joined the Zurich Ballet in Switzerland, where she danced principal roles often alongside Rudolf Nureyev. Upon returning to the United States, she became the principal dancer with the Pennsylvania Ballet, making history again as the first black ballerina to become a principal dancer with a major American ballet company other than the Dance Theater of Harlem. Austin retired from the stage in 1990 and has since dedicated herself to passing on her knowledge. Since 1997, she has served as the ballet master at the Carolina Ballet and has returned to the School of American Ballet as a guest teacher and a member of their Alumni Advisory Committee on Diversity and Inclusion. Deborah Austin's career is a testament to her extraordinary talent and her pivotal role in breaking down racial barriers in the world of classical ballet, paving the way for future generations of black dancers. Happy 68th birthday to acclaimed comic strip creator Ray Billingsley. Billingsley is best known as the creator of the popular comic strip Curtis, which debuted in 1988 and continues to be syndicated today. Curtis offers a humorous and often poignant look at the daily life of an African-American family in an urban setting, tackling themes of family, community, and social issues with wit and warmth. Billingsley's work has been praised for its relatable characters and insightful commentary. He received the prestigious Reuben Award for Cartoonist of the Year in 2020, one of the highest honors in the cartooning world. He also received an Inkpot Award in 2014, recognizing his contributions to comics. Ray Billingsley's Curtis has become a beloved fixture in newspapers, reflecting the experiences of many and enriching the landscape of American comic art. On July 25, 1966, the Supremes released their iconic hit single, You Can't Hurry Love. Written and produced by the legendary Motown songwriting production team of Holland, Dozier, Holland, the song features Diana Ross's lead vocals supported by Florence Ballard and Mary Wilson. You Can't Hurry Love was an instant success, resonating with audiences with its message about patience and love and its infectious Motown sound. It quickly climbed the charts, becoming the Supremes' 7th #1 hit on both the Hot 100 and R&B charts. The song's memorable bass line and call and response vocals made it a timeless classic. While it didn't receive major individual awards at the time, Its enduring popularity and influence on pop music are its greatest honors, cementing its place in the Grammy Hall of Fame. It has been covered by numerous artists, most notably by Phil Collins in 1982, further demonstrating its lasting appeal. On this day in 1975, we saw the release of Richard Pryor's groundbreaking album, Is It Something I Said? Recorded live at the Latin Casino in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. This album further cemented Pryor's status as a comedic genius and cultural icon. The album is celebrated for its raw honesty, fearless social commentary, and Pryor's masterful storytelling. It features some of his most memorable routines, including the debut of his beloved character, Mudbone, a rural Peorian storyteller. Pryor tackles sensitive topics like race, drug use, and relationships with an unparalleled blend of humor, anger, and vulnerability. Is It Something I Said? Was a critical and commercial success, earning Pryor the Grammy Award for Best Comedy Recording in 1976. It is widely regarded as one of the greatest stand-up comedy albums of all time and a landmark recording that influenced generations of comedians. Its legacy lies in its unapologetic reflection on American society, its innovative storytelling, and its powerful demonstration of comedy as a tool for truth-telling. Willie Mae Thornton, famously known as Big Mama Thornton, was born on December 11, 1926 in Alabama. Thornton was an influential American blues singer, songwriter, and harmonica player whose gritty vocals and powerful stage presence left an indelible mark on blues, R&B, and rock and roll. Thornton was a self-taught musician who began her career performing on the Chitlin circuit. She signed with Peacock Records in 1951 and achieved her biggest hit in 1952 with Hound Dog, a song written by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. Her version was a #1 R&B hit for 7 weeks, while Elvis Presley's cover of Hound Dog became a massive pop hit, overshadowing Thornton's original in terms of mainstream recognition and financial success. Her raw, powerful delivery was the blueprint. She later wrote and performed Ball and Chain, which gained wider recognition when Janis Joplin famously recorded it in the late 1960s. Big Mama Thornton's legacy is immense. She was a pioneering female artist in a male-dominated genre, and her influence on blues, rock, and soul music is undeniable. She fearlessly challenged gender norms and carved out her own path. In 2024, Big Mama Thornton was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, an overdue recognition for her profound contributions to American music. Thornton would pass on this day in 1984 at the age of 57. Her music continues to inspire and resonate, solidifying her place as a true blues legend. Happy 30th birthday to NFL running back Alvin Kamara. Kamara is a dynamic running back whose college career saw him play at Hutchinson Community College before transferring to the University of Tennessee. At Hutchinson, he was a highly touted recruit, named Kansas JUCO Offensive Player of the Year in 2014. At Tennessee, he quickly made an impact, recording multiple 100-yard rushing games and showcasing his versatility as a receiver and punt returner. He set a new Tennessee record for all-purpose yards in a single game with 312 against Texas A&M in 2016. He earned numerous honors during his college tenure, including being named to the Paul Hornung Award Honor Roll. Drafted by the New Orleans Saints in the 3rd round of the 2017 NFL Draft, Kamara quickly emerged as one of the league's most explosive and versatile offensive weapons. He earned NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year honors in 2017. He's also received All-Pro honors in 2017 and 2020. Kamara holds several Saints franchise records, including all-time leader in rushing yards, 6,779, rushing touchdowns, 60, total touchdowns, 86, total yards from scrimmage, 11,541, and all-purpose yardage, 12,199. His 573 career receptions rank 2nd in club history among all players and 8th all-time among NFL running backs. Kamara is one of only 3 players since 2000 to have at least 1,100 scrimmage yards in each of his first 8 seasons. His ability to impact the game as both a runner and receiver makes him a truly unique and valuable player in the NFL. Happy 24th birthday to NFL quarterback Bryce Young. Young played college football at the University of Alabama, where he quickly became one of the most decorated quarterbacks in college football history. In 2020, as a freshman, he contributed to the Alabama CFP National Championship. His sophomore season in 2021 was truly spectacular, as he set the school record for most passing yards in a single game with 559. That year, he won numerous prestigious awards, including the Heisman Trophy, becoming the first Alabama quarterback to do so. He also claimed the Maxwell Award, the AP College Football Player of the Year, the Sporting News College Football Player of the Year, the Davey O'Brien Award, and the Manning Award. He was a consensus All-American and the SEC Offensive Player of the Year. In total, he passed for 4,872 yards and 47 touchdowns in 2021. Young was selected first overall by the Carolina Panthers in the 2023 NFL Draft. In his rookie season, he played in 17 games, throwing for 2,877 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. While his rookie year saw the Panthers finish with a 2-15 record, Young's talent and potential are undeniable, and he continues to develop as a promising young quarterback in the NFL. That concludes today's events. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe to the channel. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. And remember, African American history is American history, so join us again tomorrow as we shine another light on Blacklight history.